Right now at 6, the Pittsburgh Public Library on Sunday hosted a celebration of teachers and poetry.
And we've got clear skies to start the day. A beautiful shot from our camera on the Cornell complex, although it is a little bit on the cold side this morning. Worry not though, warm temperatures on the way. The latest on that forecast to get you out the door coming up.
Plus, the George Washington Carver National Monument hosts a struggle for education event.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
I'm Chris Warner. It is Monday in the 4 states, so it's a new week out there.
New week. Hopefully a great start to your week out
Hopefully
there.
so. You know, hopefully all had a great weekend.
Yes.
And hopefully you can plan for a fantastic week. Now, the best day we're going to have this week, though, is really today.
Okay.
Don't give it Tuesday, Wednesday, when we're going to talk about all this a little later.
Yes.
I mean, it won't really do much until later in the day, so they're not going to be that bad. But the clearest day we're going to have is today. It's also the coldest day we're going to have because it is in the 30s out there this morning.
Out there.
A little bit on the chilly side for sure. Let's start first with something that'll make you feel a little warmer inside. This is a nice look from downtown Joplin on top of the Cornell complex. Our camera positioned up there on the northeast corner of the building. And as you can see, the sun is rising, the skies are clear, and it looks absolutely gorgeous out there. It's the temperatures, though, that are not going to feel so gorgeous as we get our day underway. MoDOT camera 30-second range line also looking pretty good. And to give you another clue as to how cold it is, we have frost advisories. Our eastern counties and into Benton County in northwest Arkansas. These will continue through 8 o'clock this morning. So be aware, might have to do a little scraping on the windshield. I did not have to, but boy, it is cold out there. Take a look at these temperatures. 39 in Joplin, 37 in Pittsburgh right now. So again, even though it looks fantastic outside, not feeling that way. But look at these wind arrows as well. They're pointing north because the wind is coming out of the south. It's light right now. It's going to pick up a little later, and it's going to bring much warmer temperatures across the area, but we got to get through this first. We've got mostly mid to upper 30s out there. Got 32 Miami and Jay, the two cold spots out there. Anderson not far behind at 33. Kids getting on the bus, they're going to want to grab a jacket, but they're going to want to grab one that'll fit in their backpack when they bring it home, and you'll see why in a moment. 36, sunny, south breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour, and when that bus brings them home, that's why. It's going to be 66 degrees. Maybe a cloud or two. Breezy, though. South winds 15 to 20, gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour. Again, a cloud or two possible as we go through the day. Otherwise sunny. Winds will start picking up this afternoon, bringing in the warmer air, and our temperature is a lot closer to average, if not right at, as we're looking at highs upper 60s to right around 70 degrees across the area. Again, this is the calmest, nicest day we're going to have, and we've got an unsettled weather pattern coming up this week. We're going to talk about that in your full forecast a little later. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Firefighters in Independence, Kansas battled a house fire Saturday evening. Crews responded to the fire at 11th and Hickory around 7 p.m. They found the back of the home and a detached garage engulfed in flames. Firefighters brought the blaze under control in an hour and left the scene around 9 p.m. No residents were hurt, and but one firefighter, however, was injured while battling the blaze. Also, the home was heavily damaged. Well, 2 teens were injured in a rollover crash that sent the car flying more than 500 feet. It happened shortly before 10 Saturday morning on Jaguar Road south of Joplin. Authorities say a southbound vehicle left the road and overturned several times over a span of 536 feet. The 2 teens inside both suffered non-life-threatening injuries. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The George Washington Carver National Monument is helping teach people about its namesake's struggle to get an education. The site hosted a program last weekend detailing the challenges Carver faced in his pursuit to learn following the Civil War. Attendees could hear about the influential teachers in Carver's life, as well as the various schools he attended and taught at. The program presenter says it's important to understand to know this part of his life history.
Most people know him for is creating over 300 peanut products, but there's so much more to his story, and this is just a part of his story that kind of brings out who he was and kind of shows more in-depth character.
The next program scheduled at the George Washington Carver National Monument is called Art in the Park. Held this Saturday, it'll showcase artwork of Carver, and artists will paint live throughout the day. The Pittsburgh Public Library Sunday hosted a celebration of teachers and poetry. The program featured local poets, including an area English teacher and students that have graduated from Pittsburgh High School and Pitt State. Sunday's program was free and open to the public.
Really important because it's a legacy reading. I'm really honored to be a part of it. Just celebrating what it means to be a poet and a teacher, because those often are two separate roles and or viewed as two separate things, and we're able to combine them into one.
The program began at 2 Sunday afternoon and wrapped up around 3. History has come to life in Fort Scott last weekend. KOAM Samantha Walker has more on how Civil War reenactors are helping people connect with the past.
Walking through the Fort Scott Historic Site, you might think you've stepped back in time. An estimated 75 volunteers have joined together to portray the site as it once was, a Civil War fort during the 1860s. Some volunteers are committing to their role, planning to eat and sleep at the fort for the weekend.
Of course, during the Civil War, it was a huge supply and hospital area. The area would have been full of tents, full of mule wagons, teamsters, supplies coming in and out, soldiers coming in and out. So to be just a little fraction of that and recreate that is it's a lot of fun for us, and I think it's good for people to see, to get an idea of what was going on here 150 years ago.
Attendees could watch live demonstrations that help showcase life at the fort during the Civil War. From weapons and cavalry demonstrations to showing camp life, visitors could get up close to history.
You get to actually stand and talk to people. You get to see the wool that they're wearing. You get to smell the horses in the stable. You get to smell that black powder, hear the concussion of the cannons firing, or the small arms, the muskets firing. It's a real visceral experience, as opposed to, I've read this in the book or I saw it on the screen. This is real.
For organizers, they say seeing people excited to engage with history is the best part.
Well, that's the whole reason we do it. I mean, we enjoy it ourselves, of course, but to get people engaged or to get them thinking about it and maybe plant that seed in a kid that's going to be the next generation of historian or Civil War reenactor, that's a good thing.
Civil War reenactments have been happening at the historic site for more than 40 years, and they have no plans on stopping the beloved tradition. Reporting in Fort Scott, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The Civil War experience continued at the Fort Scott National Historic Site through Sunday afternoon. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. The number of high school seniors who have submitted applications for financial aid is down significantly this year. Plus, opening statements are set to begin soon in former President Donald Trump's criminal trial. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Monday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
For over 40 years.
Topping Nation Watch this morning, the workload of parents who stay home with their children has a pretty high value. A new study by biotechnology looked at household and child care tasks by stay-at-home parents of up to 4 children in 80 major cities worldwide. It analyzed how much the parents' labor would cost the outsource in each city. Chores such as cleaning, cooking, shopping, transportation, emotional support, tutoring, and administrative tasks. Of the 10 cities where stay-at-home parents of 2 were the most valuable, 4 were in the United States. San Francisco was the highest-ranked American city. Researchers found a stay-at-home parent of 2 children in San Francisco does about $5,200 worth of tasks per month. Washington, D.C. was ranked 7th with $4,400 per month. New York City was 8th with $4,300 per month, and Los Angeles was 9th with $4,200 per month to outsource the work of parents there. The number of high school seniors who have submitted applications for financial aid is down significantly this year. According to the National College Attainment Network, only 37% of seniors submitted a free application for federal student aid through April 12th. That's compared to the 50% of the prior senior class at the same point last year. Students must apply the application in order to be eligible for federal grants and loans, as well as financial aid offered by states and schools. The data also shows there has been a decline in submissions among students at lower income schools and schools with a higher percentage of minority students. While students still have time to submit the application, the typical May 1st college decision deadline is fast approaching. Workers at Volkswagen's plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee voted to join the United Auto Workers late Friday. The National Labor Relations Board, the federal body that oversees such votes, announced that 73% of the plant workers who cast ballots voted to join the union, and there was about 84% turnout. It's a major breakthrough in the union's efforts to organize workers at plants nationwide. There are about the same number of workers at non-union auto plants in the United States as at the American plants of the three unionized automakers, General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. If the union can win the right to represent workers across most of the non-union auto plants, which are mainly in the South, it could increase their leverage in future contract negotiations. Another historic day in Manhattan, where opening statements are set to begin soon in former President Donald Trump's criminal trial. Last week, a jury of 12 New Yorkers plus 6 alternates were chosen to decide Trump's fate. He's been charging with falsifying business records to hide an alleged affair ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Correspondent Wendy Gillette has more on what to expect from outside the courthouse in New York.
Prosecutors in Manhattan are getting ready to present their case against former President Donald Trump to a panel of 7 men and 5 women jurors.
The judge wants us to go as fast as possible.
The former president faces 34 counts of falsifying business records. Prosecutors accuse him of funneling hush money through former lawyer Michael Cohen to adult film star Stormy Daniels to hide an alleged affair before the 2016 presidential election. Trump denies the affair and has pleaded not guilty.
This is really a concerted witch hunt.
CBS News has learned the prosecution is expected to call former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker as its first witness as soon as today. He's expected to testify about an alleged catch-and-kill scheme to purchase negative stories about Trump during the campaign and suppress them. Other prosecution witnesses include Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. The former president has also said he'd like to testify in his own defense.
He has made so many social media posts that in cross-examination, he could be shown to be totally inconsistent. I would never put him on the witness stand if he were my client.
The trial has kept Trump from the campaign trail.
I think we're going to have to just do a rain check. I'm so sad.
A planned return to the stage over the weekend in North Carolina was thwarted by bad weather. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
Today, another New York judge will hear arguments in a civil fraud case regarding former President Trump's business dealings in New York. The state's Attorney General Letitia James has asked the judge to reject a $175 million bond in that case out of financial concerns for the company that holds the bond. Trump has appealed the order to pay $460 million in the case after the judge ruled that he misrepresented the value of his assets. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we got a quick look at Skywatch Storm Tracker. There is nothing on it in our area and only a couple of stray clouds out there, and that is how today is shaping up. And you can see those clear skies from our camera at 7th and Rangeline. Temperature is going to warm up today. We'll have more details on this warm up and some rain chances when we come back.
In North Carolina, the owners of a boxing studio are helping people in their community give Parkinson's disease a 1-2 punch. Their neurological disorder makes it difficult for people to control movement. It has no cure, but regular exercise offers benefits. Ken Smith shows us why members at this boxing studio keep coming back to fight.
Remember, make sure you're giving me Full power.
Full power. Strength and speed.
34. Every shot has purpose. Every shot I want full intention.
Owner Adrian King and Megan Jacobs are certified trainers for Rock Steady Boxing, a national brand born in Indianapolis. But clients like 69-year-old Liz Gordon, it's a fight against a neurodegenerative disorder, Parkinson's disease.
I can do push-ups. I can do sit-ups. It's just made me a lot stronger.
Greg Gaheb's daughter told him all about it.
And she said, Dad, you should come try this. It's getting rave results. So I did. It drives us. It makes us. It's like a medicine to us.
The disease is not curable.
However, exercise, movement, mobility, that's the number one thing that they have to have. You've got to get up. You've got to get up and go.
Jab, cross, jab, cross. All right, so we're here. 1, 2, 1, 2.
77-year-old Lynn Nelson experiences tremors and shaking. This class makes her feel better.
I need to really sweat. So I make a point of coming 5 days a week. And we're all just trying to do the best that we can do.
You ready?
They're all fighting for the best quality of life possible with the support and spirit of community.
According to the National Institutes of Health, Parkinson's disease is the second most common neurodegenerative disorder in the U.S. Experts estimate as many as 1 million Americans are living with the disease. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, kids getting on the bus this morning. It's going to be a bit chilly out there as we're into the 30s, but we're going to warm up this afternoon. We're having another look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
To live healthier lives.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is 6:23 on this Monday morning. Take a look at that sunrise starting to come up out there. Clear skies, beautiful start to the day, albeit cold. 39 in Joplin right now. Feels like 35 with a south breeze at 6 miles an hour. But we have a southerly breeze out there, and that's going to bring in some warmer temperatures, and it's going to get a bit gusty this afternoon as well. But at least right now, we've got to get through this. Look at Miami sitting at 31 as the cold spot out there right now. So it is a chilly start to the day, to say the least, but again, it will begin to warm up. I have a few clouds here and there, but I think otherwise we're looking at a pretty sunny day, about 57 by 11 o'clock this morning. Heading into the afternoon, we are going to warm up, but the winds will start to pick up out of the south, occasionally gusting upwards of 30, and our highs today right about where they should be, pushing about 70 degrees out there. As we head through the evening, clouds begin to increase across the area, and then we'll go mostly cloudy overnight, falling back into the low 50s. So we're going to have a much better start to our Tuesday across the area. And Tuesday, well, the chances are low with rain. It does kick off a rather unsettled pattern over the next several days out there. So here we are Monday tonight. That is today. Tonight, yes. I forgot what day we were on. All right, Monday, clouds increase off to our northwest. Showers and storms in north central Kansas along north of the 70 corridor. And those might skirt some of our northern counties early tomorrow. No severe weather expected, but a few showers will be possible. Then by Tuesday afternoon and especially into the evening hours, we're going to see isolated to widely scattered shower and thunderstorm chances for our Tuesday out there at best. So it's not going to be a lot, but it's the catalyst for an unsettled pattern as we head through this week. So that's round one. We go into our Wednesday. We're going to be partly to mostly cloudy, and then by late Wednesday evening, we're going to start to see additional chances for showers and thunderstorms. However, while they'll initially be isolated to scattered, they're going to start to increase in coverage across the area as we head overnight and into our Thursday, and then we're going to have scattered shower and thunderstorm chances all day on Thursday, and those will continue all day on Friday as well. So we go overnight and we go into Friday, more showers and storms. However, with the storm chances throughout the day on Friday, we are still looking at the potential for some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms by Friday. So something we want to keep an eye on. And thunderstorm chances are going to be scattered throughout the day on Friday, so that also means the severe threat's looking to be throughout the day on Friday as well. So again, we'll keep a close eye on that for you. And we may even have scattered shower and thunderstorm chances continue into the weekend. So tomorrow, low 70s, mostly cloudy, still breezy, some late evening storms again on Wednesday, and then that triggers that pattern of scattered showers and storms heading into the weekend and next week. And take a look though, temperatures though warming up nicely. We'll be into the low 80s and upper 70s out there. And on top of that, we're getting some much needed rain as well. But again, just got to keep an eye on Friday. Let's check your forecast. I'm going to send it over to Elise with Health Watch.
All right, thanks, Chris. Researchers say they're making progress using immunotherapy to fight cancer. Engineers at Virginia Tech used a protein called a cytokine to attack cancer cells. They designed the protein to stay within tumors so it doesn't attack healthy cells. The goal is to develop a treatment that's effective but less invasive than chemotherapy. Well, learning more about how alcohol damages the liver, a study published in Hepatology shows a strong connection between alcohol consumption and the risk of hepatocellular carcinoma, or HCC, an aggressive form of liver cancer. The cancer is often only diagnosed when it's too late for treatment. The study authors recommend cirrhosis patients be screened more often for HCC. Doctors are looking into whether liver function holds the key to better cancer treatments. A study by the University of Pennsylvania shows that liver cells release proteins that could boost anti-cancer immunity. It may explain why liver inflammation is linked to worse cancer outcomes. Doctors say that could lead to liver treatments that help cancer patients in the future. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back.
In the heart of Grove, Oklahoma, a new cars
are only at Roper Honda.
Right now at 6:30, local organizations come together to raise awareness for child abuse.
And even though it's a bit chilly out there, it looks great, and it's going to be warmer today. We'll talk about that forecast, get you out the door, coming up.
Plus, Girard residents kick off their spring fling on the square in support of local businesses.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:30. I'm Elise Snowy.
I'm Chris Warner. So we learned moments ago, somewhere in this room,
bring this up, but here we go.
There's a bird.
Yes, I saw it flying out.
It's been stirring up dust. So we're trying to look for the dust, and then we'll know where it is. Because right now the studio is sealed, so it doesn't really have a lot of ways out of here. So
we'll have a new guest at the 7 o'clock show, perhaps.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get the bird down here and talk with him about his day and what brought him to our station.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, as long as he doesn't show up suddenly, we got news, we got weather to talk about.
Yes, we do.
And then if the bird arrives, then we'll interview him. And we're gonna
breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. The bird. Elise is convinced it's going to attack her.
I am. I'm a little scared of birds.
If it's a large bird, it might just carry me away, and I hear it. It might eat me, so you never know. Whoa, there he is. He's okay. Well, this could be a fun morning show for y'all. Great Monday here.
Yes.
Let's start with a look outside. Maybe the bird will see one of these monitors and think it's a way out, and we can catch it. There he is. There he goes. Oh, okay. Well, he's up over there right now. You'll be fine. He's up on this old light. He's up on this old. No. There he goes. Okay, Trevor, get the bird. Get him out of here. Oh, boy. You never know what's going to happen on a Monday here at KOAM. All right, let's take a look. MoDOT camera looking pretty good. We do have frost advisories, our eastern counties out there. These will continue through 8 o'clock this morning. 39 in Joplin right now, 37 in Pittsburgh. So a very cold start. Temperatures around the region pretty darn chilly out there as we are in, for the most part, mid-upper 30s. Miami checking in right now is the coldest. No, I'm sorry. Jay is taking that spot now. 29 degrees. degrees. So a very cold start to the day, but we have south winds and it is going to start to warm up. Kids getting on the bus, they're going to need that jacket. Sunny, 36, south breeze around 5 to 10, and then the winds will start gusting upwards of 30 by this afternoon, maybe a cloud or two, but look at that, 66. We are on track for highs right about where they should be for this time of year, pushing close to about 70 degrees. Again, a bit breezy, maybe a cloud or two out there. Otherwise, sunny skies, so not a bad Monday at all. However, we have unsettled weather. Well, it'll be wetter weather working into the area over the next few days. We'll take a full look at your forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon, Chris. If I'm still here, if that bird is still hanging around. Well, although Joplin's Menards opened early last week, Sunday marked the beginning of their week-long grand opening. Legendary chainsaw carver John Gage is set up through Wednesday, carving a chainsaw art and sharing some memories. He tells KOAM he has worked with Menards for 31 years. He's been at almost every store opening since then. On Thursday, Menards race cars will be on display for the rest of the grand opening week. April is a Child Abuse Prevention Month, and the Children's Center of Southwest Missouri hosted a party in the park. The purpose of the party was to raise awareness and learn what the community can do to protect local children. It included resources from more than 10 area organizations.
The main goal of this event is just to make sure that everyone knows that no matter whether you're a parent or a mandated reporter, everyone can see something, say something. Everyone can protect the kids in our community by calling the child abuse hotline and your local law enforcement anytime you see something that could look alarming.
Saturday's event also featured various games and activities for the kids. The community of Girard, Kansas, Saturday held a spring fling on the square. Attendees were able to shop for some new items while supporting local businesses. Officials say the event is a way for the community to get outside and enjoy the beginning of spring.
It means a lot to me. I travel to a lot of events all over the area, and to get to be involved with the community and get them involved in this also.
Saturday's spring fling kicked off at 9 in the morning on the square. The Bone Creek Sport and Gun Club played host to the Project Appleseed Rifle Clinic. The clinic allowed those who attended to learn how to hit targets up to 500 yards away. The class covered optimizing your rifle and setup and established a stable position from where to shoot. Down to Earth in Pittsburgh Saturday held its annual Earth Day plant sale and craft show. It included more than 5 vendors selling fruits and vegetables, freeze-dried candy, and homemade jewelry. Down to Earth also featured in-store sales to celebrate the holiday.
It's a great opportunity for the artist community to come together and have our art out for the world to see. And it's a way for us to get out and socialize with other like-minded people.
Saturday was the 5th annual Earth Day and plant sale. Local car enthusiasts traveled to Fort Scott for a Rumble on the Bricks car show. Attendees were able to check out more than 15 cars from the past and present. An organizer for the event says the car show is a chance to meet community members with similar interests.
I was listening to podcasts and kind of just thought about, people kind of been shut in their house, and I wanted to find a way that I could get everybody out and maybe get people out and do stuff, hang out, instead of being closed in.
Sunday's show was at Riverfront Park in Fort Scott, Kansas. That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Tesla has slashed the price of its full self-driving system from $12,000 down to $8,000. And we have a nice and sunny day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. In Consumer Watch this morning, well, some condemn him, others commend him. House Republicans are divided over Speaker Mike Johnson. At issue is legislation to ban TikTok and provide foreign aid to allies. The Senate is set to take it up tomorrow, as Amy Kiley reports.
I am so proud
the Speaker, Mike Johnson.
Some Republicans are on opposite sides over House Speaker Mike Johnson.
He needs to do the right thing to resign.
The controversy involves a bill the Senate is expected to pass this week. It provides aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, and bans TikTok unless the platform changes owners. The legislation is a combination of 4 bills the House passed Saturday, with Democrats helping overcome hardline Republican opponents.
He's going to cause us to lose the majority at this point. He's completely demotivated our base.
A handful of Republicans so strongly oppose the measure, they want to oust Johnson from his leadership role. In particular, they object to the funding for Ukraine.
We're going to fight in Congress to do everything we can to stop this type of uniparty leadership. Mike Johnson's speakership is over.
Johnson says he won't resign. It's unclear if Democrats would save him, but some say they would try.
He did the right thing here, and he deserves to keep his job.
As for the bill itself, it has a strong chance of becoming law. President Joe Biden supports it, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he plans to bring it to the floor tomorrow.
I think there's a lot of support for the bill in the Senate.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Tesla has slashed the price of its full self-driving system from $12,000 down to $8,000 now. The move comes days after Tesla also cut $2,000 off the cost of its models Y, X, and S vehicles. The price of the new Cybertruck says the same, but nearly 4,000 of them have been recalled due to an issue with the accelerator pedal. Federal regulators say it can become stuck and pose a crash risk. Owners can contact Tesla for a free repair. Today is Earth Day, and a new poll shows that 70% of Americans are in favor of taking steps to reduce climate change. The survey shows the issue is highly partisan, with more than double the number of Democrats supporting actions on climate change than Republicans. A majority of respondents also favor the Biden administration's policies to give tax and incentives to make homes more energy efficient, though a smaller majority said they support tax credits for electric vehicles. And the dystopian U.S.-based Civil War topped the box office this weekend. It brought in $11 million domestically. Horror flick Abigail, about a child vampire, took second, earning $10 million. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, about a covert World War II operation, debuted third at $9 million. That's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got ourselves a pretty chilly start to the day out there. Temperatures into the 30s, and we've even got 29 right now down in Jay. So a very cold start, but we're going to be much better off with our temperatures by later this afternoon out there with a good southerly breeze. It's going to start gusting out there as well. 36 when the kids get on the bus. Sunny skies, south breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then by this afternoon, those southerly winds pick up 15 to 20 with occasional gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. There may be a cloud or two, otherwise sunny skies and 66. Our day today looking fantastic out there as we're looking to make about 70 degrees. And again, just a cloud or two here or there, and we'll have those gusty winds to deal with. Again, we do have an unsettled pattern ahead of us. We're going to take another look at your full forecast here in just a moment. It's also just about time to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, and those are coming up right after this break. But first, we're going to see what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Gail King. Coming right up on CBS Mornings, David Begnaud is back with the story of the toy man whose big heart has made him one of the most generous people you've never heard of. David's going to change that. That's coming right up on CBS Mornings.
It's not a good day, it's a great day.
All right, time for some Monday birthdays on this. Whoa, hi there. This birthday Monday here in the studio. And we are going to begin with Lila and Letty Kellogg, both celebrating birthday number 1 in Columbus. Says happy birthday from Mom, Dad, Lenny, Lane, and the rest of the family.
And a happy birthday to Janetta Fiddler from Joplin, who's turning 20 today. It said pictured with her fiance Jackson. Happy birthday, Janetta. We love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
And we've got Paige Earl celebrating birthday number 27 today. Happy birthday, Paige.
And over in Arma, Bobby O'Banion is celebrating birthday number 39. Says, hope you have an amazing day. Love you big time. Your mama, kids, Gina, and your whole family.
And Jay Berry, our neighbor in Crestline, celebrating another year wiser. Happy birthday, Jay.
And a happy 45th anniversary to Larry and Elaine Fowler. It says, 45th anniversary, love your baby girl.
And another anniversary over in Columbus as Kevin and Lori Combs celebrate another year of wedded bliss. Happy anniversary to the Combs family.
Now a happy birthday to our very own Akil Gardner, who's one of our IT admins.
I have talked a lot about Kale. Kale knows all of this stuff inside and out. And anytime I've got a question on something I don't know, Kale has the answer.
Always.
Always has the answer.
Yeah.
You could just ask him just about anything, and Kale has the answer. Very happy birthday to you, Kale. And of course, we must present very happy birthday wishes to Brooke Arnold. Brooke Arnold is our vice president and general manager here at the station. We must wish her a very happy birthday because she signs the checks and things like that. So.
And because she is a great...
She is. Brooke is a fantastic general manager. We're very lucky to have her here. She is very dedicated to this station and to all of us, and we really appreciate you. Brooke, a very happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Brooke. And continuing our birthday list with Tyler Natalini, who turns 20 from Muscatine, Kansas.
And Joanna Parsons celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Joanna.
And over in Columbus, Carolyn Crane also celebrating a happy birthday today.
All right, that was a fantastic list of birthdays and anniversaries, and it must have been. This is so bad. Dreaming about work. I had a dream that our list was only 3 names long, and so thankfully that was not the case. We want to keep it long. How did they help us out, Elise?
To save Chris from his nightmares, please submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to include those birthday messages and photos at the bottom of your screen and to meet that deadline.
You absolutely want to meet that deadline. That way we can celebrate your special day with you on the appropriate day. And we have our very own Trevor Lewis in the studio, armed with a broom in the hopes of saving Elise from her nightmare, which is this bird that is loose in the studio. So if you're just tuning in, you're wondering why we're all being a little weird, there is a bird in here, and right now it's pretty well contained. The studio is pretty secure, so hopefully we're able to catch him and get him back outside. I'm sure he'd love to be back outside as well, because take a look at this. It is a beautiful start to the day, albeit cold. This is our camera on top of the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. MoDOT camera, 32nd in range line, looking back to the north and west, showing that sunshine out there as well. And the KDOT camera at 69 East 520th Avenue, looking back to the southwest. Also, if you look close enough, you can see the sun. The tree is still giving some shade out there for the drivers, but that won't last long as the sun continues to rise, as you can see from our camera, 7th and range line. Even though it looks pretty outside, it is a bit chilly. 39 right now is what it is in Joplin. 35 is what it feels like with a south breeze at 6 miles an hour. As we look at temperatures around the region, again, the cold spot right now is Jay, sitting at 29 degrees. Miami not far behind at 31 rather. Thankfully not 21. That would be a bit extreme. But a very chilly start to the day out there for us. But the good news is we're going to have winds out of the south. Now they're going to start gusting upwards of about 30 miles an hour this afternoon. But that's going to usher in some warmer weather for us. So a cloud or two will be possible through the day. Otherwise, sunny skies and upper 50s by 11 o'clock this morning. And we're looking to top out right about 70 degrees, which is right about where we should be for this time of year. So our most average day yet is today. This is also our calmest day. Now, I know it's going to be breezy, but we have an unsettled weather pattern kicking in as we move through the rest of the week. Heading into this evening, clouds begin to increase and will eventually go mostly cloudy overnight with lows back into the low 50s. So much better out there than where we have been here lately. But as mentioned, an unsettled weather pattern kicks off by tomorrow evening across the area. So tonight, there's those clouds beginning to increase. Some showers and storms off in Kansas may clip some of our northern counties early tomorrow morning, but these are going to be relatively limited. We're not expecting much out of that. By the afternoon and evening hours, some isolated to widely scattered shower and thunderstorms will be possible. At this point, we're not anticipating any severe weather from this activity. It's not until Friday that we're looking at that possibility. We go into our Wednesday, and the first half of our Wednesday, not bad out there. And then by the evening, a few scattered showers and storms start to roll in. And as we go overnight, those scattered showers and storms begin to increase in coverage across the area. And they'll be with us throughout our day on Thursday, where a strong storm may be possible, but at least on Thursday, the greater severe threat at this point looks to be off to our west, but we're going to see scattered showers and storms through our Thursday, overnight, and into our Friday. It's Friday where we're watching that potential for some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms again as we close out this week. So we'll keep a close eye on those for you, and they're going to be with us all day on Friday, and we could even continue with a few scattered shower and thunderstorm chances as we head into the upcoming weekend. We'll have a look at your extended forecast and the news you need to know in just a moment. And when the KOAM Morning News switches over to Fox 14, today is Earth Day, and we're going to see what you can do, or how you can do your part, rather, to protect the planet.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. 2 teens were injured in a rollover crash that sent the car flying more than 500 feet Saturday morning. The accident happened on a Jaguar Road south of Joplin. Authorities say a southbound vehicle left the road and overturned several times throughout 536 feet. The 2 teens inside both suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Firefighters in Independence, Kansas battled a house fire Saturday evening. When firefighters arrived, they found the back of the home and a detached garage engulfed in flames. No residents were hurt, but one firefighter was injured while battling the blaze. And April is a Child Abuse Prevention Month, and the Children's Center of Southwest Missouri hosted a party in the park. The purpose of the party was to raise awareness and learn what the community can do to protect local children. It included resources from more than 10 area organizations. Now to check up today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
Jacket. It is cold out there this morning, but it will warm up. South winds will increase this afternoon, gusting upwards of 30, maybe a cloud or two, otherwise sunny skies and right about 70. Clouds begin to increase as we head into the evening and overnight hours, going mostly cloudy but much milder as we fall back into the low 50s across the area. A few isolated storms tomorrow evening, scattered storms Wednesday evening, and then overnight those will increase. We'll have thunderstorm and shower chances all the way through the weekend into next week. Temperatures upper 70s, low 80s, and of course keeping an eye on that possibility for a strong, possibly severe storm on Friday.
Definitely keep an eye on that for sure. All right, thanks, Chris. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making the ultimate dirt cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And of course, your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, Shane Spears joins us in the studio to talk about the Spring River Pioneer Days.
Plus, Tim Field from the Crawford County Museum also joining us in the studio to talk about what's in store when you visit the Cowboys this weekend. However, boy, we still have a few seconds here.
Yes,
Every so often, we don't have a few seconds,
I know.
and we've got a couple extra seconds. Hopefully, everyone had a good weekend.
Yes, absolutely. And great start to the week. I know it's chilly out there, but it'll be nice.
We'll keep eventually, and we'll keep you updated on the bird situation. Trevor's standing guard. I've tried to call to it. It won't come down here. I don't know why.
Which is okay by me.
We'd like to get him out of the studio, though, so that Elise doesn't have a heart attack on air.
It just might.
It could be for an
scared
interesting
a little
program.
bit,
You'll
a
have to
little
stay
bit.
with us
Yes.
over on Fox 14 at 7
Yes,
see
you
what
will.
happens with Birdwatch 2024.
I might not be there, but.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us for now. Thank you all so much for joining us. We're going to see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.